10 How to reverse dementia naturally. 1. Optimize your diet. The participants in Dr. Bredesen's study followed a low-glycemic, low-inflammatory, low-grain diet. They eliminated all gluten and processed food from their diet and increased their intake of vegetables, fruits, wild fish, grass-fed beef and organic chicken. Simple carbohydrates were also limited to minimize inflammation and reduce insulin resistance. This type of diet was followed because chronically elevated blood glucose leads to insulin resistance and diabetes, which have been linked to memory loss and Alzheimer's disease 7-9. In fact, a lot of brain health researchers and experts suggest that Alzheimer's disease should actually be called type 3 diabetes. So if you want to prevent and reverse cognitive decline, the first thing you should do is avoid processed food that contains refined carbohydrates, particularly flour and sugar, because they increase inflammation and cause blood sugar fluctuations. Breakfast cereals, fruit juice and sport drinks containing high fructose corn syrup are your brain's worst enemies. 2. Try intermittent fasting and ketosis. Besides eating a healthy diet, Dr. Bredesen's patients fasted for 12 hours every night, starting 3 hours before bedtime. They also consumed coconut oil because the medium-chain triglycerides (MCTs) within coconut oil enhance the production of ketones, an alternative source of energy for brain cells. When your body and brain are running on ketones rather than glucose, you're in a state of ketosis. And ketones and MCT oil have been shown to significantly improve cognition and memory in people with mild to moderate Alzheimer's disease 6-10-12. Researchers have also found that ketones and fasting can enhance autophagy, which is a process in which your body cleans itself and removes debris 4-5. And this autophagy process can reduce amyloid beta, the main component of amyloid plaques found in the brains of patients with Alzheimer's disease 2-3. So if you're trying to prevent dementia or reverse cognitive decline, intermittent fasting and ketogenic dieting should definitely be considered. As I've discussed before, fasting and ketones can also increase your brain's growth hormone, help you overcome brain fog, and support your brain's mitochondria. I personally fast for about 12 hours most days, and follow a ketogenic diet every now and then. I also take optimal ketones, which are exogenous ketones that get my body into a state of ketosis more quickly. They immediately increase my mental clarity. 3. Reduce your stress. Alzheimer's disease is linked to high levels of cortisol, our body's main stress hormone 13-14. That's why I highly recommend you try to do something every day to manage your stress. Stress management was also a main part of Dr. Bredesen's therapeutic program, and participants manage their stress by taking up yoga and/or meditation. I previously discussed 20 different ways you can lower your cortisol. My favorite ways to reduce stress include neurofeedback, meditation using the Muse headband, massage, acupuncture, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing (EMDR), emotional freedom techniques (EFT), heart rate variability (HRV) training, and this acupressure mat. Some supplements that can help you reduce stress include zinc, magnesium, ashwagandha and phosphatidylserine. Reducing stress can also help support the blood-brain barrier and increase your brain's growth hormone. This anti-anxiety supplement also includes a number of natural compounds that have personally helped me manage my stress over the years. 4. Optimize your sleep. Recent evidence demonstrates that sleep and circadian disruption often occur early in the course of Alzheimer's disease 80. So getting enough high-quality sleep was another key aspect of Dr. Bredesen's therapeutic protocol. Participants in his study increased their sleep so that they got 7 to 8 hours every night. They also supplemented with 0.5 milligrams of melatonin at bedtime. Melatonin is a hormone released by your pineal gland, a small gland in your brain. It helps control your sleep and wake cycles, circadian rhythm, and adequate levels of melatonin are necessary to fall asleep quickly and sleep deeply throughout the night. And a considerable amount evidence suggests that melatonin can help prevent and treat major neurodegenerative disorders, including Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, Huntington's disease and amyotrophic lateral sclerosis 15. In fact, one study found that patients with mild to moderate Alzheimer's disease who supplemented with melatonin had significantly better cognitive performance and sleep quality compared to placebo 16. Besides supplementing with melatonin, here are some other steps you can take to maximize the quality of your sleep. Expose your eyes to sun in the morning. Supplement with magnesium and collagen before bed. This pre-made bone broth is a really good source of collagen. Lie on this acupressure mat for 10 minutes before bed. Turn off household lights, install Iris on your computer and wear blue blocking glasses for 3 hours before bed. These glasses block out blue light from your environment. Blue light suppresses your body's production of melatonin. Go to bed at the same time every night. Don't eat for 3 hours before bed. Completely black out room with curtains and wear sleep mask. And consider taking this sleep supplement, which contains magnesium and a number of other natural compounds that I've used over the years to promote the production of melatonin. Deep sleep can also improve your brain's growth hormone and lower your stress hormone. 5. Exercise. Not surprisingly, exercise was an important aspect of Dr. Bredeson's program. Participants exercised for 30 to 60 minutes, 4 to 6 days each week. The types of exercise included swimming, cycling and running. Lots of human and animal research demonstrates that exercise supports the brain, improves learning and memory, protects from neurodegeneration, and alleviates depression, particularly in elderly populations. Other studies have shown that physical activity can help preserve brain volume in individuals at increased genetic risk for Alzheimer's disease. Many brain health experts recommend exercise as their #1 piece of advice for optimal brain health. And as I've discussed before, it can increase your brain's growth hormone and strengthen your mitochondria. You should choose a sport or exercise routine that you enjoy, so that you'll stick with it consistently. Lift heavy weights 1 to 4 times per week. High-intensity interval sprinting 1 to 2 times per week. Walk as much as I can, ideally 30 to 60 minutes every day. 6. Reduce homocysteine. Another aim of Dr. Bredeson's protocol was to reduce homocysteine. Homocysteine is an inflammatory compound at high levels, and can contribute to the development of mild cognitive impairment and Alzheimer's disease. However, certain B vitamins have been shown to normalize homocysteine levels and reduce the rate of cognitive decline. 7. Increase your vitamin B12 levels. As I just mentioned, homocysteine can be lowered by certain B vitamins, including vitamin B12. But in and of itself, vitamin B12 deficiency can contribute to cognitive decline, and higher levels of vitamin B12 are associated with slower rates of cognitive decline. 8. Reduce your inflammation. Reducing inflammation was another main goal of Dr. Bredeson's program. This is because cutting-edge research suggests that inflammation plays a critical role in the development of Alzheimer's disease. Long-term use of anti-inflammatory drugs has also been shown to reduce the risk of developing the disease, and blocking brain inflammation halts the progression of the disorder. Omega-3 fatty acids are found primarily in fish and are necessary for optimal functioning of your brain and nervous system. That's why I personally eat salmon regularly and supplement with this krill oil. 9. Balance your hormones. Balancing hormones is another important aspect of optimal brain health and cognition, and Dr. Bredeson didn't ignore this fact. A key part of his program was to optimize several hormones, including progesterone, pregnenolone, cortisol, estrogen, testosterone and thyroid hormones. He points to studies showing that estrogen use is associated with less cognitive decline among women. Some of the patients in his study undertook hormone replacement therapy. I recommend checking out my previous post about how to manage your body's main stress hormone, cortisol. I've also discussed 13 different ways to support your thyroid and its hormones. I plan on writing more about hormones soon. 10. Improve your gut health. Improving gut health is another way to prevent cognitive decline and dementia. Some of the participants in Dr. Bredeson's study took probiotics, and Dr. Bredeson mentions that prebiotics like resistant starch can be beneficial as well. This is because many studies show that probiotics and prebiotics can reduce inflammation. That's why I eat prebiotic-rich foods regularly, including sweet potatoes, carrots, onions, asparagus and squash. These foods promote the growth of many different strains of good bacteria in your lower bowel and are included in my free grocery shopping guide for optimal brain health. Resistant starch is one of the most potent ways to boost your prebiotic intake. Other high-quality resistant starches include banana flour, plantain flour and waxy maize. Cooked and cooled white rice and potatoes also contain some resistant starch. For probiotic supplementation, I created and take the Optimal Biotic Supplement.